Hey guys, and welcome to the second tutorial of this series. I'm Indigestion, and I'm going to teach you today the basic stuff about RSBot scripting. So the first thing we want to do is, if you've seen the previous lesson, we set up a project here for RSBot in Eclipse. And the thing you want to do is go to your project, open the SRC folder, which stands for source folder, and then go to the default package. Inside that default package, right click and go to New Java class, and this is going to be your script. And the source folder is rsbot /src. The package is the default package. You don't want to modify that, and basically the only thing you want to do is put the name of your script here. In my case, I'm going to create a script called iminer. The I stands for indigestion, and you want it to be public, and you don't want to check any of these boxes, and you don't want to modify the, well, actually you could modify the superclass, but let's not get into that in this tutorial. And the rest is all as default. Then click finish, and you've got there your first script. The only problem about this is that it's not yet a script. And I mean, RSBot reads these files you make. For example, it could read this file or this other file, and it interprets the code there is in this file. However, RSBot cannot read every Java file there is in the world. For example, you cannot give it a Java file that manages a server to RSBot because it wouldn't know how to read it. So basically you have to make your Java class, which is your script, in a certain way that will allow RSBot to read it. The first step in doing that is telling RSBot that this class is actually a script, and therefore RSBot knows that theoretically it's going to be able to read it. So the first thing you want to do is write extends script, and this gives your class a few methods, which I'll go through what methods are in a moment. It gives your class a few methods you can use to run your script, or do something when your script starts, do something when your script finishes, and that sort of things. And these are methods already provided by RSBot. You don't have to create those methods from scratch, and you don't have to tell RSBot to use those methods. RSBot will automatically use those methods. You just have to write what you want those methods to do. So what is a method? Well, the first step in understanding what a method is knowing what a statement is. So basically a statement is any Java instruction you want to give the computer or RSBot. For example, a statement could be write something to the screen, or add one to this variable. Those are examples of statements. And a method is a group of statements which get executed in order. So if we extend the script, notice a red line appears on the script, and it tells us to import script. So once we import that, a red line appears under iminer, and it tells us to add unimplemented methods. And what this is basically the methods that RSBot provides for us, and we have to add them in our script so that our program is actually a real script. So it only gives us the loop, and this loop is what is going to happen in our script. And inside the loop, you're going to run all the statements you write from the beginning to the end. So you can write here sequentially what you want a script to do. So for example, you want to mine ores, and then walk to the bank, and then deposit everything, and that sort of stuff. So for example, we could do something like this: mine ores, then walk to bank, then deposit all. But there is a small problem with that, and the first problem is that, of course, these things mean nothing to RSBot. And the second thing is that, what if you want to mine ores, but you are at the bank? Actually, you cannot mine ores when you're at the bank, so this would not be possible. And in every program you make, you have to do what's called checking for errors. So you only want to mine ores if certain conditions apply. This is, you are at the mine, there are ores available, you've got a pickaxe in your inventory, and that sort of stuff. But before getting into that, I wanted to explain what methods and statements are. For example, this return 0 is a statement, and it tells this method, which is a loop, to exit and give the value 0 to the system. So whoever is receiving this method, whoever is using this method, is going to receive the value 0 when this method has finished running. And every statement in Java, which is a single instruction, has to end with a semicolon. So that's very important in Java. If you forget the semicolon, Eclipse will tell you there's a semicolon missing, but you will get errors and your script will not compile correctly. So that's pretty much everything there is to statements and methods. Methods are groups of statements in which the statements are executed from beginning to end sequentially, and the statement is a single instruction in Java, and it always ends with a semicolon. So this is going to be it pretty much for this video, and in the next one we'll get into the basics of the script, which is more like the onStart and the onFinish and the script manifest. So tune in for the next one, and I'll see you guys then. Remember to subscribe.